Hey guys, good morning. We're on another adventure here up in Sedona, and got here, and well, you'll just have to see for yourself what these conditions look like. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. Absolutely insane. Unreal. So we're gonna go for a little bit of a walk here up Schnebley Hill Road and try to find a little plateau, a little rock face that I've seen on Google Earth that offers some really, really nice views of all the rock formations around here. And honestly, it's the sort of location and the sort of conditions where you can't get a bad shot. So hopefully we don't get bad shots. So we're both kind of taking a lot of shots around here, trying to get a sense of scale by us standing somewhere near the edge. I just kind of noticed that it's just not working extremely well for me. So I'm gonna look around for some other things also, maybe to isolate in the foreground. And it's snowing now, so it just makes it all the better. Alright guys, so that was a pretty cool spot. We got some shots in. Don't know how exactly they're going to turn out because, first of all, it's kind of difficult to find stuff in the foreground. And since it started snowing, a little bit of the definition in some of the more distant cliffs kind of got lost. Obviously, it's still offering beautiful shots, but maybe not exactly what we envisioned. But we're going to keep walking up the road here to a spot that I had pre-planned. There's a little plateau off the side of the road here. Maybe another 5-10 minutes, we'll see. And from up there we should have some really cool vantage points of the rocks in all different directions, and hopefully there we'll have stuff in the foreground to use to create something really cool and interesting. So we kind of made it up to this plateau, and the going was not easy. There wasn't a clearly marked trail, and we were climbing over boulders and trying to make our way through the thick trees, and eventually we made it up here. And there's definitely a lot to work with up here in terms of compositions, no question about that. The only issue is right now, interestingly, ironically, is that it's snowing so hard that because it's snowing so hard and there's snow in the air, in a shot, it kind of starts to look a little bit like noise. And it kind of ruins a little bit of the clarity in the scene. So, might wait a little bit till it dies down, or just take some shots and it just gives a totally different vibe to the whole picture. But definitely worth coming up here. So we'll walk around and see if we can find anything. I think we're going to start heading down from this plateau. Hopefully we'll find a good way down that doesn't involve rock climbing at all, like the way up. And once we get down back to the car, we're probably going to try to hit up some other spots in Sedona where there will be really, really nice cliff faces with snow on them and some low cloud, giving you this really beautiful scene. And honestly, in these conditions, as I said before, you just can't go wrong with shooting anything. I mean, everything here in these conditions looks great. And because it's somewhat rare to have such a large snowstorm in the Sedona area, I mean, it rarely snows like this. So we're gonna start heading down from this plateau. I'll catch you soon. Hey guys, so we are now walking down toward Slide Rock State Park, and we're hoping for some pretty cool conditions there, with Oak Creek acting as a leading line into some of the more distant cliffs around there. And there's a lot of snow on the ground where we are right now. Quite a lot. So it's making for some really, really beautiful winter conditions. So we're walking down the side of the road here, the 89, and we're gonna scoot down the rocks to Slide Rock State Park. Stay with us. So we set up shooting here at Slide Rock State Park. I don't know how much you'll be able to hear me right now because the water is rushing really fast and it's quite loud. Check out the scene behind me here. Got the water leading beautifully. You can see that just winter wonderland scene behind it. And I'm slowing down my shutter just a tad to get the water a little bit silky. And I think I'm going to try to shoot also facing the other direction, in case visibility improves just a little bit, and then we'll see some of the more distant rocks of Slide Rock State Park emerging in the distance there. But wow, what an absolutely magical place to be right now. I think at this point we're packing up our gear and we're gonna head back up to the car and drive back down to Sedona again, through Sedona on the way home, and hopefully back in Sedona we'll find some better conditions to shoot in, because before it was completely snowing, low cloud covering pretty much every rock and cliff that you can think of. So hopefully now a little bit more visibility, and we'll hopefully get some cool shots there. And we're back in Sedona here. We are at the Airport Loop Trail, and we're gonna head up to the Airport Vista, which offers a great panorama of the entire Sedona area. And from up here we'll get some really, really nice more long zoom shots of some of the distant cliffs catching that sun, which is starting to peek through a little bit, and that snow and clouds that's just kind of shrouding the tops of these cliffs. It just makes it so magical. So we'll set up here. There are some other photographers, which is, I guess, a good sign, and hopefully we'll get some cool shots up here. Alright guys, so standing up here at this Airport Vista area where we can see everything in the distance, it's amazing just watching the light kind of just play across some of the rocks in the distance there. And I'm using my long lens, 70 to 300, and I'm anywhere between 100 to 250 millimeters depending on what I want the scene to look like. And honestly, the shots are looking really, really cool. It's very abstract, and what you're seeing is basically just close-ups of some of the rocks kind of fading into the clouds with some dustings of snow on different layers of the rock there. And all sorts of beautiful colors going on, especially when the sunlight hits those rocks. We are back on our way out of Sedona right now, heading back home, and wow, what a morning it was here. I think I should call it Snowdona, because it was absolutely magical being in that snow. Several inches of snowfall, at least at the upper elevations of Sedona. And it was really awesome that we also hit up Slide Rock State Park. So thank you so much for watching this video, guys. Really appreciate it. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Please subscribe if you haven't already. And I'd love to hear your thoughts. Please leave a comment down below. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say about these conditions as well, and if you've experienced them yourself, and how you go about shooting rocks and mountains in snowy conditions like that, because I am so not used to it being in Arizona. So thank you so much again, and I will catch you on the next adventure. Till then.